acting chair since that time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Naina Mentas, manager of Nari Kalyan Shango, and I'll be hosting the program today with Rohini. We try our best that everything goes on smoothly, and we hope you enjoy the program.
Let's get on the program. I'm really honestly, it's already achievement for us to starting really right on time. As said earlier, welcome to the second award ceremony organized by Nari Kalyan Shango, NKS. And so pleased to see so many people, and thank you for your support and coming in this little bit cold evening. About women role in society has grown and changed dramatically over the years. The sacrifices and labor of previous generations of women have won many of the rights and privileges enjoyed by women today, by all women today. It is a gathering of many inspiring women, and as we have come together to celebrate their achievements. Women have overcome many hurdles to make their place in society. Some will be recognized tonight and awarded, but we must remember that we should be proud of all our achievements. All should be proud, and all women here are winners. The outstanding achievement by women in various fields are illustrating by their own endeavor and the greatness of human potential in each of us. They are those who selflessly care for others in society and who know how to give from the essence. Their love and compassion certainly shed light and show the way. And with those words, Shamshad Rahim was one of those women. It is with very great sadness that Shamshad Rahim, who was a Bangladeshi development worker, worked with NKS for many, many years, lost her life to cancer on Tuesday. This was very recent. And she was a very respected member of the Bangladeshi community. She always worked tirelessly for women of her community. Shamshad, a great wife, dedicated, loving mother, a good friend to us all, and she has left a big gap for us. And we will remember Shamshad all even today.
Before I say something else, let me just talk a little bit about Nari Kalyan Shango. Nari Kalyan Shango, we call it NKS, and provides services to South Asian women and children in Edinburgh. NKS has been around for a number of years and has made significant contribution to the development of South Asian communities. We have been around for over 2 decades. This is about time now we felt that we have to acknowledge women's achievement, South Asian women's achievement, and probably we are the right people at the moment to do that. And moving on to, as Rohini said something about Shamshad, I would like to say a few words on behalf of NKS staff team about Shamshad Rahim, who, as a senior member of the NKS staff team, was not only a colleague, but a friend and a well-wisher, who was very caring of people around her. The NKS staff team, we are just like a family staff team, and we work very closely as professionals, and also, all the time we share our joys, fears, concerns with each other, our day-to-day lives. And over the many years Shamshad spent at NKS, she helped build this valuable relationship among staff. All staff are deeply saddened by this irreplaceable loss. I commend the strength and courage shown in these testing times by members of staff to cope with the loss. We will always remember Shamshad as one of us who was always there in times of need for the project or for members of community, and was many times the first one to volunteer in helping out. Her work at NKS and her contribution to the community will always be greatly appreciated, and she will be greatly missed.
Thank you, Naina. Now we start with our guest speaker, Sarah Boyack, MSP for Central Edinburgh. Sarah has been really strength and support to NKS for many, many years, and she's always very interested in issues related to NKS, and she could be of any help, and we can count upon Sarah. And Sarah, for a few minutes. Thank you.
Well, I'm delighted to be here at what is such a prestigious set of awards tonight. And I first of all want to thank the organisers, because you put together a fantastic evening. To get all of us in the room together at the same time, on time, is no mean achievement. So congratulations to you for that. I know for many women who are sitting out in this audience in front of me, I know many of you from different community groups and different meetings I've been to. For many of you, standing in front, pushing yourself to the front, is actually the last thing you tend to do. Most of the women I know in this room actually get on with things. You work very hard for your family, for your communities, for organisations like NKS, but you're not necessarily the people right out there at the very front. So tonight, you are out there at the front, and I'm delighted because I think there is so much that we should celebrate from your communities, from the contributions that you make. Many of you make those contributions without being paid. It's a voluntary contribution, and I think that contribution needs to be rewarded tonight. So today is a celebration, and I think the fantastic turnout we've got tells a story in itself. It tells a story of achievement, it tells a story of contribution. And I want to pick up on the theme that Rahini started off on tonight, when she talked about the fact that so many women who will be getting awards tonight have actually broken down many barriers. They've pushed past hurdles. They've made a real achievement to get here tonight, and I think that needs to be celebrated. I hope that all the daughters and the nieces and all the younger women in the audience are going to feel inspired, because I can't imagine, as somebody who's brought up in Edinburgh, how hard it would be to go to another country, maybe at a relatively young age, to have to go and learn a totally new language, have to try and work out how a new culture works, especially with Scottish culture, which is not always completely obvious to anyone. You speak to colleagues that have come up from south of the border, it can take them years to work out what we're all at. To come to a new country, to learn a language, to learn a culture, maybe support your children through school, to set up your own business, to support your husband or your partners in business, quite an achievement. So it's a very tough set of challenges being a woman in our society anyway. I think to have gone through that experience makes it doubly so. So I think these awards from NKS tonight are quite special. I hope the achievement that you all have will get recorded and will be something that you can feel proud of, because I think even to be nominated for one of these awards is an achievement in itself. And I know there's a judging panel. So getting an award at this event tonight is not automatic. It's not enough just to be nominated. You have to be seen by the panel as the best in class. So it is a big achievement to be here tonight. I hope everyone will be inspired. I think there's a lot that's worth celebrating. When you look at the range of awards that there are in front of us tonight, I think that tells a story in itself. There's not just one award. You've been able to develop a whole series of categories. Women who've made a humanitarian contribution, women who are successful in business as entrepreneurs, women who've made an achievement throughout their lives. These are awards worth celebrating. I'd like in the future, I'd like there to be another award in the future actually, because there are some fantastic awards and I'm looking forward to seeing the winners tonight. I'd quite like to see an award for a woman in politics from the Southeast Asian communities. I think that's another barrier to be broken through. We've only had one man in the Scottish Parliament who wasn't from the white ethnic background, and he sadly died a couple of years ago. I'd like to see more women coming through, not just business, not just the voluntary sector, not just in the caring professions and professions generally. I'd like to see some more women coming through in politics, whether it's the Scottish Parliament or local government or the UK level. So there's another set of challenges for you to meet. And we need to network together. We need to support each other as women from different cultures. We need to work together to make a success for all of us. So I'm delighted to be here tonight. I know that the organisers want to get going. And I know that it's going to be quite exciting later on, because People don't know who the awards are going to, so it's going to be an exciting night. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm delighted to be here. I'm delighted to bring you a message of support from the Scottish Parliament, but also a message of encouragement to regard this year's achievements as another step on the way. And for those of you who haven't been awarded an achievement tonight, but were nominated, don't give up. You might make it next year or the year after. It's great being here tonight. I'd like to hand back to the organisers and let you get on with the ceremony, but all the best to those who've been nominated tonight. I look forward to seeing who's successful, but I'll leave that idea about women in politics. We've not had that yet in Scotland. I know there are women in the different parties, but I'd like to see you coming through and working with us as well. So there's an invitation and encouragement. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for the kind words you said. Because when Sarah came in, she said, "Oh, I have to speak for how many minutes?" You know, she was just thinking, "What would I say?" But you're a public speaker. You did very well. Now